Welcome to the first chapter of this course, which is the land preparation. Because you well know, ladies and gentlemen, that crops like maize can be best planted on the land. Of course, there are certain planting methods like hydroponics and other genetically motivated, genetically modified planting methods that can be done within a laboratory. But here in poor regions, we obviously do not have access to such expensive and sophisticated equipment. So we are going to talk about how to prepare the soil on which we are going to plant the maize. So first of all, you have to prepare your land by plowing it and tilling it to ensure that there is a good seed bed, or rather in simpler terms, you just have to make it flat for you to be able to plant, because if it is steep in some way or slanting, and then when the rain comes, it is going to wash away most of the soil and it's going to leave the seedlings exposed, and you might not get your yield at the end of the day. So plowing is when you turn over the soil using a plow, which is a tool that breaks up the soil and turns it over. This helps to loosen the soil and get rid of any weeds or debris that might be in the way. You can also use a pick if you do not have access to a plow, because most of them have to be drawn by either a donkey or a cow or a horse and other animals that you might actually not have within your reach. So tilling, on the other hand, is when you use a tiller, which is a machine that breaks up the soil into smaller pieces, because when there are bigger rocks, then it is going to be hard to plant, because the soil might not be enough in order to cover the seeds. So this will help to create a nice soft bed for the seeds to be planted in. So here the picture shows you all the tools that you need in order to prepare the land. You have a rope there that is going to be used for planting and measuring. You have your hoe, your garden fork. All these are very important in making the holes in the ground and in breaking the large rocks formations of soil, so that to make them loose, and when you break them into smaller particles, they are going to be useful when you want to cover the seeds, to make sure that they end up germinating. So the result of this whole process that we're talking about is what we're seeing here in the picture. This is a field that we believe is now ready for the farmer to start planting their maize. There are no debris, as you can see. There are furrows that are there to guide the water when the rain comes, or even when you are using overhead artificial irrigations, etc. And there are these ridges that you are seeing, these higher regions that you are seeing. They are going to be useful, because that's where we are going to plant our maize. So when you have done this, then we can say that your land is now ready for farming.